feet? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. The punter Tress Way set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Raymond James. This return starts at the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Point it right. Rail. God.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What's that?
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal. Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go.
What's that?
Dobbins has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Irving on the inside give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Abanikanda. And he gets in, touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And the kick is good. And the Buccaneers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. He gets this one to McLaurin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's caught. KJ Osborne. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On first down, here's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a Washington touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Kings! Regular! Hurry! Hey, alert! What's up?
Baker now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
First down, here's Baker. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
33.
Throwing again is Baker. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh, it's tipped, interception. Jonathan Jones makes the play. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's going to be 4th and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Alert! 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 Done!
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Good. Hurry, hurry!
Man in motion here.
What's up?
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Good. Hurry, hurry! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real, real, real. Done!
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's on the move. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Daniels to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Throw caught at the 6. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Let's go now!
From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. It's 2nd and goal. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Here we go! Shot.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Again, Daniels to the air. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth and goal, too good to pass up. I love this. They're going for it and the lead.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Regular. Hey, alert. Kings. That's hot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Mike Sandler still makes the play. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Completed over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Eckler running dead ahead. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Escapes the pocket. And all that pursuit pays off. They track him down and drop him well behind the line of scrimmage. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. On the move, headed right. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed, and got him the ball back.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got it near the 8.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee you. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Schrader's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. Up, set. Hey, alert 33. Done.
Baker now off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Regular. What's up?
Mayfield on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Good.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Good.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Got Evans, it's complete. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers reduce the lead to just 4. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Rock all leading.
Daniels now. Able to find Ertz. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Commanders with a long ways to go for a score. 2nd and 3 now. From the 23. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. To throw, Daniels. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 38. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
To the air, 3rd and long. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up.
pressure. Boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurry throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from deep. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Got a man, Palmer has it. He winds up out of bounds with things not settled yet. We've got a flag down. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to. It made contact. That flag came out. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Flush down now to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Run.
Throwing again is Baker. This complete to Colt. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Point it right.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Real.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his right. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
It's close and no good. It connects with that left upright. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he makes the Mets go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Knock this through, and they'll take a lead into the break. The point after splits the upright. And they'll take the lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Daniels coming back after that pick. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Daniels on first down. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Again, Daniels to the air. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Regular. Good.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Kings! Pistol. Done.
Second down, Mayfield to pass. He's trying another one deep. And they pick him off again. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
from the 33 on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, here's Eckler. Past midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. From the red zone now. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point try coming up. He's throwing for it. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Johnson now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They connect on the deep shot. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers need only one to take the lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempt coming up. They'll try it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion. Brock, their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Now Daniels to throw. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
He'll throw it yet again. Buys time, rolling right. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 3rd quarter lead. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Johnson with a return here. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
This is one of those times, Kate, where special teams have a chance to be special. Right? The opponent goes down and scores a touchdown, and you just know you've got to respond and quell some of the momentum in the building. A return like that, well, it's off to a great start.
They'll try the left side with a Bonnie Conda. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. He's on the move. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
133. Set. Alert, 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 alert. Done.
Throwing, Baker. It is caught left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We've reached the end of 3. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Good. Up, up. Right side.
A give right side to Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Escapes the pocket. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
Good. Run.
Slot man motioned over. 3rd and long for him here. Rolling left, buying some time. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. He throws a bullet to the center. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Regular. Good check. Point it right. Hurry! Real. Regular. Watch.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down.
Good. Watch out.
From the gun, a run for White. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Alert, 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 alert! What's up?
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Done!
Baker now off the play fake. He just throws this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Tight end motioning right.
What's that?
Looking to throw. He's got a man left. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Irving here from the gun. He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's wishing he left this one in the end zone, Brock, as he goes out of bounds short of the 25.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
He throws a bullet down the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Buccaneers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down.
Real. Alert, 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 alert! What's up?
Throwing again is Baker. On the move, headed right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Run, run, run. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real, real, real. Regular, regular, regular. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Kings, Kings, Kings. God.
Looking to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Good. What's that?
Back to throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Daniels on first down. He's loaded another one up. He's got it deep downfield. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now Daniels off to play action. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Trying to run in, Eckler. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Commanders trail by a field goal. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. From the gun, it's Daniels. Touchdown, Washington! So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
What's that?
Drive starts with a carry by White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Dump off caught by his back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
On the give, this is Irving. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Hurry, hurry! Up, up! Hey, alert 33! What's up?
He'll look to throw it. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
What's up?
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
Run, run, run.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
Looking to throw it. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Let's go now.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Red.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Done.
And they're going to tag a defender with this one. So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout. first and 10.
Run, run, run. Set. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Motioning the tight end now.
What's that?
Setting up to pass. He's got it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders.